You pitch a carefully researched strategy to your team, and the table responds with total silence. But 5 minutes later, a coworker repeats your exact idea, slightly louder. Suddenly, the entire room, including your boss, starts clapping and praising them for their brilliant insight. This happens because of a psychological blind spot known as recency bias. In group settings, people naturally attribute value and ownership to the last person who spoke with confidence, easily overriding whoever actually introduced the concept. When you realize your hard work is being used as someone else's stepping stone, your instinct is to react in one of two ways. You either get visibly defensive, which makes you look insecure and jealous, or you sit in silent frustration, which trains the manipulator to keep walking all over you. You need a third option. By using a psychological framework called the alignment trap, you can instantly snatch back your credit, expose the theft, and establish total dominance in the room, all without initiating a single argument. The trap begins the exact moment your coworker finishes pitching your stolen idea. While the room is still reacting to them, your first required action is to consciously suppress your natural defensive reflexes. Instead of looking annoyed, you are going to display complete comfort. Offer a slight, unbothered smile, nod your head in approval, and physically lean forward into the table. Avoid the common physical mistakes shown here on the left. Crossing your arms, rolling your eyes, or sighing communicates emotional distress. You want to mirror the posture on the right, signaling that you are entirely unfazed. This specific physical setup works because it subverts the group's expectation. By looking relaxed and agreeable rather than defeated, you immediately project the image of someone who is fully in control of the situation. Next comes the verbal reclaim. Make direct, unwavering eye contact with the person who stole your idea and say, "Thank you for agreeing with the exact point I just made. I am glad we are completely aligned on this strategy." The phrasing here is highly deliberate. By thanking them for agreeing with you, you frame them as your supporter rather than your competitor. You reestablish yourself as the original architect of the idea without ever using the word stolen. The delivery is just as crucial. If you raise your voice, rush the sentence, or inject sarcasm, the trap collapses. It must be delivered with the calm, professional courtesy of a senior leader speaking to a junior employee. By combining the relaxed physical posture with this precise verbal reclaim, you strip away the momentum the thief has built, placing them in a submissive position and setting the stage for your counterattack. Now that you have the floor, you execute the power pivot. This maneuver takes the spotlight off the person who stole your idea and forces the room to look directly at the decision makers. The moment you finish your verbal reclaim, physically break your eye contact with the thief. Turn your head and direct your complete attention to your boss or the team lead. As you make eye contact with management, deliver your transition. Since you liked that concept, let me expand on the next steps of implementation that I have been working on. Looking at this timeline, observe the 0-second rule. There can be no pause between finishing your reclaim and pivoting to the boss. If you leave a 1-second gap, the hijacker uses that silence to interject and drag the room into a debate. By sisakly turning your body to address leadership without pausing, you naturally pull the eyes of everyone at the table along with you. The hijacker is left speaking to the side of your head. This structural conversational maneuver reclaims the floor and permanently locks the hijacker out of the topic they attempted to steal. To make this framework succeed, there is one strict prerequisite. You must enter the meeting with your next steps already prepared. You cannot bluff the execution phase. Once all eyes are on you, immediately lay out the deeper mechanics. Share the specific data points you gathered, outline the project timeline, or detail the first phase of the rollout. In this iceberg diagram, the visible tip represents the superficial concept, the only part the thief stole. Looking below the surface reveals the massive foundation of implementation. The hijacker lacks your raw data, phase planning, and structural mechanics, leaving them vulnerable during detailed conversation. The dynamic in the room instantly shifts. Management is now actively taking notes on your execution plan, while the person who tried to steal your credit sits empty-handed, lacking the knowledge to contribute. Keep your delivery of these next steps tight and concise. Avoid the temptation to ramble. Delivering a focused, impactful plan maintains your high-status aura.
By guiding the room into the deep waters of implementation, you prove your exclusive knowledge. The idea thief is reduced to an echo, and your ownership of the initiative becomes undeniable. The rhythm is simple. Maintain your physical composure, deliver the verbal reclaim, execute a 0-second pivot to the decision makers, and secure the room with your implementation details. You weaponized the hijacker's own momentum to showcase leadership and emotional intelligence directly to management. High-value professionals do not complain about being disrespected. Instead, they methodically realign the conversation, forcing the room to remember exactly who holds the real power. Before your next big meeting, practice the reclaim and pivot scripts in the mirror 3 times so the delivery is automatic. And to continue mastering your workplace psychology, make sure to subscribe.